Welcome to our Special Needs Corner. We are certainly happy to have you here. Today, we're going to walk through a really important framework. It's the official 4-step special education process from the school's division office of Antique, and that's pronounced Antique. Now, this isn't just a bunch of guidelines. It's a carefully designed pathway for creating a truly inclusive learning environment for everyone.
So here's how we'll break it down. First, we'll look at the official foundation that gives this whole process its authority. Then we'll go step by step through Child Find, the SPED assessment, the super important IEP meeting, and finally, LIS tagging. After that, we'll wrap up with the key takeaways. So you might be wondering, what makes this process so official? Well, it's not just a set of good ideas, it's a mandated system with real legal and educational weight behind it. The entire process is laid out in the SDO-Antique Disability Inclusive Education Manual. And what's really crucial here is that it's anchored on national mandates from the Department of Education. This connection to national policy ensures a consistent, high standard of care for every learner. This roadmap you see here shows the clear, logical flow we're going to follow, from the very first moment of identifying a potential need all the way to putting official system-wide support in place. So, let's get started with that very first step. Okay, let's dive into the first crucial phase, Child Find. The name itself really tells you a lot. It highlights its proactive nature, which is a huge shift from just waiting for problems to appear.
Yeah, this is not a sit-back-and-wait approach at all. Child Find is an active, community-wide effort to find any child who might have a disability and needs support. The mission is simple, but so powerful. Make sure that no one, absolutely no one, falls through the cracks.
The core action here is quite simply the search. It's all about educators and the community actively looking to make sure every single child who might need a little extra help is seen and acknowledged. This proactive step is the foundation for everything that comes next. So, once a child has been identified, the next logical question is, okay, what kind of support do they actually need? And that brings us right to the assessment phase, where the goal is to really truly understand the individual learner. Now, this is so much more than just a test. Think of it as a comprehensive, deep dive into the whole child, their academic strengths, their social and emotional well-being, and any specific challenges they're facing. The whole point is to gather quality information to figure out if they're eligible for SPED services.
And the key outcome here? Clarity. This assessment creates a detailed, evidence-based profile of the learner. It becomes the bedrock, the solid foundation upon which their entire personalized education plan will be built.
All right, with a clear and thorough assessment in hand, the process now shifts from evaluation to collaboration. It's time to bring the team together and create a plan in what's called the IEP meeting.
This meeting is such a pivotal moment. It brings everyone who's a key part of the child's educational life into one room: parents, teachers, and specialists. And together, their goal is to create the Individualized Education Program, the IEP, which is basically a custom-built roadmap for that student's success.
This visual really captures the spirit of the meeting perfectly. It's all about compassionate strategic planning. You see the heart, that represents the shared care and commitment of the team, and the puzzle piece signifies how they carefully fit all the different parts of the plan together to make a complete, effective whole.
And that brings us to the final, and you could argue one of the most critical administrative steps. This is where we make the plan official and actionable through something called LIS tagging.
LIS tagging is what turns a great plan into real-world action. By officially tagging the student in the National Learner Information System, the school formally recognizes them as a learner with special needs. And you know, this isn't just paperwork. It is the key that unlocks the resources, support services, and accommodations they need.
This final action makes all that support official and systemic. It takes that personalized IEP from just being a document and turns it into a real commitment, backed by the full weight of the entire educational system. Okay, so let's zoom out for a moment and recap what this whole 4-step process really means in practice for creating a truly inclusive educational environment.
When you boil it all down, it's a powerful and logical system of care. First, you find the child, making sure no one is invisible. Then, you assess their unique profile. Next, you plan their educational journey with a dedicated team. And finally, you formalize that plan to guarantee they get the support. You see, each step is essential and builds directly on the one before it.
You know, this is more than just a bureaucratic checklist. It's a shield. It's a structured pathway designed to protect every learner's fundamental right to an education that meets their unique needs. And that is how you foster a culture of true disability-inclusive education.
Now, let's push our thinking just a little bit further. For those of you studying or working in education, let's think about a couple of critical questions this process brings up. Really think about that sequence. What could go wrong if you skipped a step or did them out of order? How does this specific order make sure that every decision is informed, collaborative, and officially backed before any resources are put into place?
This question really gets to the heart of what true collaboration looks like. I mean, parents are often the world's foremost experts on their own children. So what are some specific, concrete things a school leader can do to make sure a parent's voice isn't just heard, but is actually central to the whole planning process?
Thanks for watching. We are grateful for your interest in learning about special needs education, or, in general, inclusive education. God bless.